We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. Career development courses, obtaining MBA degree and business seminars. The size of the additional education market nowadays is estimated to be as high as $100 billion. Moreover, its annual growth makes up almost 10%. According to specialists, each fifth businessman in the world participated in trainings or masterclasses at least once in a lifetime. When nobody but a professional teaches people skills and shares his knowledge, the labor capacity and attitude towards the work improve. The efforts to save time and money resulted in active combination of studies and leisure. Gulmira Sadbakasova has been working with Kazakhstani tourists for a decade. She says that for the last 2 years, the demand for package tours, consisting of staying at seaside and hotels, as well as academic courses, has significantly grown. However, students are not the only people who go on tours in search of knowledge. Thus, some companies organize for their workers such academic holidays. It is frequently regarded as bonuses and very positively affects the relationship between workers and labor capacity, Gulmira says. However, far from everyone has such a job. Because of that, most of Kazakhstani people buy special academic tours themselves. For instance, there is a program in the US offering both studying English and work. It is a very good practice because apart from lessons, you will be immersed into the language environment, communicate with native speakers, and in addition work and earn money. Statistically, about 70,000 Kazakhstani people go abroad to obtain a short-term education. Along with languages, they also study management skills. The US, Germany, Singapore, China and India are the most popular destinations. Studying at business schools costs from $15,000 to $40,000 per one studying period. Prices in Kazakhstan are much lower and make up between $5,000 to $15,000.
MBA program will help you open the doors to learn recent development in the literatures, latest issues, newest techniques, methodologies, and then even the ability to deal with many different peoples.
Getting the MBA degree for the majority of people is a guarantee for career development. In addition, salaries of postgraduates of business schools are automatically increased. The economy is developing, the competition increases, and organizations want their employees have high qualifications in order to offer people services of best quality. The modern requirements dictate other approaches to work. Because of that, employees have to become familiar with new programs and technologies within a short period of time. For instance, accountants have to do many operations online. Learning new skills independently is not always possible. As a result, accountancy courses nowadays are among the most in demand on the market, along with business seminars and management skills trainings. Thus, 80% of a company's success depends on its director, the statistics show. When people graduate from technical or other universities, nobody teaches them management, and only during career development they take employees whom they need to manage. This brings up a question where to learn to manage people. A director with no skills of human resource management puts his company at high risk. Experts say that employees are more about to stay with experienced and tactful managers even despite lower wages. At the same time, the staff turnover in firms with better salaries but incompetent managers is sometimes very high. In practice, a good director is interested in highly qualified personnel and periodically sends his employees to various corporate trainings or seminars for the benefit of his company. The opinions of trainees about their coach in the internet are one of the main indicators of his or her high qualification. An experienced business advisor should also be an author of at least several scientific articles or books.
We also know that when people are seriously considering, they tend to make decisions by deliberating pros and cons.
According to the statistics, more than a half of European workers regularly visit various trainings. 60% of them regard these courses as the chance for their career development. 35% see in such studies a possibility to increase their salaries.
Designing and being creative, basically, around the product and getting new creative ideas in.
Wage increase and promotion much depend on the MBA degree. Because of that, each fifth manager tries to get this qualification in a business school. Obtaining a cherished certificate will cost on the average 30,000 euros per course. However, such expenditure is paid off in a comparatively short period because a salary of a manager with the MBA degree is almost 3 times higher and can reach $85,000 annually. And it should be noted that the majority of business school students and participants of various trainings are people over 40. Psychologists explain it in their way. These are mainly self-reliant people with stable incomes. However, there are also young people with no material resources who are interested in getting more knowledge rather than in personal development. Visa-free regime between European countries allows their citizens to work and spend holidays in neighboring states. Still, in order to work abroad, it is necessary to know a foreign language. Because of that, majority of local people learn in linguistic schools. Thus, each fifth adult citizen of Germany learns the Czech language. The reason for that is close economic relationship between Germany and Czech Republic. For example, more than 2,000 German companies nowadays function in the Czech territory, and this figure is increasing from year to year. Special business schools are being opened in many European countries. One such example is a flight attendant school where students are taught to serve very important persons and obtain an international certificate after the graduation. It gives them the right to obtain employment in the elite aviation of France, Switzerland, Austria and Germany with a monthly salary of 4,000 euros and higher. The demand for graduates of business schools is especially high in such countries as India, Singapore, Japan and China. Only in China, almost 4,000 additional education centers were opened for the last years. The government assigned more than 10 billion yuan on their construction. In the meantime, the number of students of major trade schools grows by 1 million people every 4 years.
Asia becoming sort of very rapidly developing countries. In addition to the fact that they have a Western-style business programs that are incorporated into traditional Chinese programs, as well as the Singaporean, university systems.
Asians are known with their devotion to work. Indeed, they spend major part of their lives in offices. They also rarely go on holidays and take sick leaves. For this reason, they prefer to upgrade their skills without leaving their workplaces. In the meantime, many business schools try to meet their demands by developing various distance learning programs. Along with that, the rising demand for short-term courses can be observed.
Краткосрочность предполагает меньше затрат.
Short-term programs suppose fewer costs. People are less abstracted from work and earn more money. So we can say that the high demand for such trainings is based on saving of time and money. Asian business schools have become attractive not only for local but also to foreign students. Thus, only Chinese professional centers annually take more than 1 million of foreign students. And Singapore, which is now considered as a world financial center, admits more than 3 million people from different countries. The cost of the course may exceed $20,000. Hundreds of thousands of Americans annually visit psychotherapy courses in groups, and more than 5 million of the country's residents participate in personal growth trainings. Meanwhile, the number of attendants of different personal development courses in the US exceeds 10 million people. However, the most popular of them are corporate trainings. American companies annually spend tens of billions of dollars on upgrading qualifications of their employees.
Понимаете, люди, безусловно,
People are capable of learning themselves without any seminars and trainings. However, it takes much time. But an employer needs his staff to improve its labor capacity.
хороший уровень производительности.
According to experts, most of US residents regularly visit various trainings, consulting agencies and psychoanalysts. However, all these courses were mainly developed for working people. Therefore, since recently, visiting trainings for households also became popular. Usually such studies do not take much time and are conducted in the form of masterclasses or regular trainings. Women are taught various skills from table setting to communication with small children. Nowadays, obtaining an international certificate and visiting lectures of world-famous professors is possible without leaving a house owing to online training. It is both saving of time and money. It is a true fact that conducting trainings in the internet requires minimal investment. Experts evaluate the size of the e-learning market at more than $70 billion. What is more, it is expected to rise up to $130 billion within 4 years.
Всяких онлайн-курсов.
There are a lot of various online trainings which will continue to develop. Among them are internal and distance programs. Approximately 38% of people register for online trainings for career promotion. 62% do it for self-development. And it should be noted that more than 75% of online students have already got a bachelor's degree. Improving knowledge in the sphere of management or getting a valuable advice from a business coach is possible at any time if you're ready to pay. Some advisors charge too high fees due to their high reputation. Others teach in prestigious business schools. Master classes can help to save a lot of money. They cost from $10 to $50 per day, while the price of ordinary courses begin from $40 per hour. The education fee depends on the number of students. The greater is the number of attendants, the cheaper are the courses. At the same time, the level of training is low in comparison with individual classes. There are people who choose intensive studies with 30-40 hours per week. Others prefer 80 to 20 hours per week. In general, the fee depends on the number of students and academic hours. 3-day studies conducted by a coach from abroad will cost from $1,000 to $1,500. Local specialists can charge for their lessons with the same duration between $400 and $800. This difference is stipulated by expenses for air tickets, accommodation and renting a lecture hall. Visiting accounting courses or studying time management nowadays is a usual thing. However, there are hundreds of trainings which can seem quite strange to many of us. Among them are studying of the Elvish language or weaving baskets underwater. The top list of unusual studies is headed by the economy course or how to live spending $1 per day. It is taught at Alfred University. The students are promised that after graduation of such courses, they will become really greedy people. However, to become familiar with this skill, one will have to pay almost $3,000 for a month of studies.